As I was showing a particular house this last weekend, I mentioned to the people looking to buy a house that I thought it might be overpriced for this neighborhood. But I also said, given this crazy market, who knows, they might just get that price. Well, if a house doesn't sell in this crazy market and it needs to take a price reduction, how long should you wait before you reduce the price? That's what we'll talk about next. Hi, I'm Kelly Vandever. I'm a real estate agent in the Atlanta, Georgia area with Keller Williams, North Atlanta. So, what if you're thinking, because of this crazy market, that you might go ahead and sell your house before things start to change? And you think, you know what, I'm going to price it nice and high just to see what happens. Well, what if nothing happens? You don't get any offers. Then, how long should you wait before you reduce the price of your house? I'm going to say it depends. If you're trying to do a for sale by owner, you may not be getting enough exposure to the market. 88% of homebuyers use a real estate agent in purchasing a home. So oh yes, of course, I am prejudiced in this, but you might be better off listing with an agent who can help you get the maximum exposure in selling your house. Let's say you're just looking ahead and thinking about putting your house on the market. If you do overprice it, how long should you wait before you reduce the price? What does it depend on? Here's a chart of the median days on market last month broken down by the various price ranges. Notice that houses with a higher price point have more days on market as a general rule. It wouldn't be unusual then to maybe consider leaving a house that's at a higher price point on the market a little longer before considering reducing the price. But it really is going to depend on what your agent is able to find out about what's happening really locally to your area. For instance, here's a snapshot of one really hot neighborhood, a very modest neighborhood in the Alpharetta, Georgia area. But here's an example of a higher price neighborhood just down the street. You can see it's going to take a little longer to sell. So while the days on market might vary based on the price range of the home, it's super important to be hyper local in knowing what's happening in your area. There's an old saying in real estate that if a house is listed for 10 days and you get no showings, or you have 10 showings and no offers, then you've priced the house too high. That might also be the time frame you want to reduce the price. If you watched my video on how to price your house right to sell, you might remember this chart showing the longer a house stays on the market, the lower the price goes compared to the original list price. Most houses in the Atlanta market get their best price or the closest to the original asking price in the first 2 weeks on the market. Don't wait too long before reducing the price. If you do, it will hurt you in getting the best price possible for your home. The other question you might ask is, if you do decide to reduce the price for your home, how much should you reduce it by? For heaven's sake, please don't reduce it by $100 or $500 or $1,000. Your agent should have data on what's going on in that local market, but as a general rule, consider the ballpark of about 3%. If you haven't already watched it, be sure to check out my video about how to price your house right to sell fast and for the most money. Pricing a house is as much art as it is science and statistics, but you never know what's going to happen when you're working with human beings. But if you take these tips and apply them, it will make your move easier, even if you do have to reduce the price of your house.